No, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool.
I don't think they can really blame women for what they wear because there are girls who get raped in sweaters and hoodies.
Should we ban alcohol?
No, things happen. We make mistakes. Doesn't mean that if someone makes a mistake, someone must take advantage of that.
My body does not belong to you. It belongs to me. That's why I have it. They had to lock graves, women graves, because people are raping dead bodies.
As we said, it could happen as you're walking, it could happen at home, it could happen anywhere basically.
You say, babe, come home. I want to see you. Okay, cool. You don't know that's your last day on earth.
What's up, guys? This is Culture and Vibes Podcast. Your host, TJ, Jordan Abra on the mic. So as you guys can see, we with some beautiful people. So we just want to bring awareness to the GBV case or the GBV situation that's happening right now here in South Africa. I brought 6 very intelligent people, or let me just say people who have something to share and probably might help. So guys, please stay tuned, watch to the end, like, subscribe, and make sure to comment. So how are you guys?
Good.
You guys are good, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to pass the mic because I don't know your guys' names, so I would really like to know your names. You can start.
Favor.
Hi guys, my name is Iran.
Okay.
I'm Eden.
Okay.
I'm Callie.
I'm Anati.
And I'm Kwazi.
Okay, that's cool. So before we get started, I just want to read some statistics so you guys can really understand the crisis that we're in right now. Yeah? 1 in 3 of adult South African women have and will experience physical violence in their lifetime. So that's about 30% of women in South Africa. South Africa's rate is 5 times the global average. So that is in the whole world. So South Africa's murder case against women, or we can call it femicide, is 5 times more than any other country in the world. There has been over 5,578 women murdered in the last full year, which has increased this year in 2025, meaning in averages 11 women are murdered every day in South Africa. So if we're looking at averages, 11 women are murdered every day in South Africa, and that is like two women murdered every hour in South Africa. Now looking at girls under 18, so this was for women over 18. Now looking at girls under 18, 4 in 10 of South African girls are estimated to experience sexual violence as a minor. Of all crimes against children under the age of 18, so if we're looking at crimes committed against children under the age of 18, girls and boys, like theft, bullying, kidnapping, assault, rape is the most frequent crime reported. And of all the rape victims, 90% are girls. Meaning on an average, about 48 girls under the age of 18 are raped every day in South Africa. So those are the statistics. Thank you, man. So after reading the statistics and you guys hearing that, I just want to know, what do you guys think about that?
I think it's very sad.
It is.
And I think that it's a clear evidence of how unequal our society is, and like it's a reality for most of us. And it's not even a very shocking stat, to be honest, because we experience it almost every day. The fear, like you don't know when it's gonna be you next. You know, that's why the Am I Next movement started. So I think it's a very sad reality that we live in.
I still think it's insane that our consent age is 12. Children are getting raped and assaulted. Rape is not an act of sex, it's an act of violence towards our children. And it's not okay and it's not fair that our consent age is 12. It should be raised.
I'm feeling very overwhelmed by what you said based off of the stats. That's why I didn't know what to say initially. But when we think about it and abuse as a whole, us as women you just read that 90% of women get abused, and then the other 10%.
And 90% of women under the age of 18.
Yes. So now, yes, I don't know how to say this, but it's sad that young girls are unable to have a childhood because it can be taken away in an instant. And sometimes it's not even strangers. Majority of the time, if a baby is harmed in any way or raped or abused, it's from a close relative, because it's someone that is around their child. My mother never allowed me to be around strangers when I was younger. So it's usually from close family members, and that is very sad. And it's a sad reality, and it's happening. It might not happen. It might not have happened to me personally, but there are people that I know of who this has happened to, and it's just disturbing. I don't know.
Yeah, falling back to what she said, like, it's like you said as well, part of the people that murder them are loved ones. People's boyfriends are killing them. You say, babe, come home, I want to see you. Okay, cool. You don't know that's your last day on earth because of maybe a little argument you had that could have been easily resolved with a conversation. It's very weird and disheartening to see. And it's a sad reality for everybody, the little girls, that it has happened to, women that it has happened to, and they didn't even know who to tell, because sometimes you could tell someone and they could say you're lying. And you have to see the person who did it to you live a good life while your head, every time you see him, you can't be the same again. It's not easy.
Yeah, like I did say last time, it's disturbing to see that it's our own generation that are thinking this way. But something I think we can also work towards is, or before I say this, sometimes you'll be sitting amongst your peers and you'll hear such conversations happening, and how comfortable people are to say acts of violence or say things that they've done or say things they want to do. A thought alone is an action alone. So I think it is important that we also bring it out, let it be known that you are an actual perpetrator. If I'm sitting amongst a group of individuals and I hear that someone has done something, it is my duty to ensure that they are known as the perpetrator and what kind of person they are. And if people do have these thoughts, I just want to ensure as well that if you are a person that thinks this way, you're just the same as the person who's doing the acts of violence.
Okay, so... okay.
I think it's really sad, honestly, because when you look at it from another perspective, it's like you can't even go to the tuck shops at times late at night, or even during the day. You can't go to the library, maybe like a public library. Like, yeah, it's just bad. It's just sad. Yeah, like literally everywhere.
Anyway, you gotta be always looking over your shoulder.
Places are supposed to be safe.
Even at home now it's crazy.
Yeah.
Even at home now you're getting attacked.
So I've listened to all of you guys, and as I said last time, I really want to know more of you guys, and you were sharing a serious story. I don't know if you would share that again, but I just want to know, have any of you experienced GBV? How many of us have you? Have you? So all of you guys here. Okay. So I'm just gonna say, I don't think I've ever. You feel me? So I really just want to understand how it happens, how it starts, something like that. You don't have to go deep into details, but if anyone is willing to share.
Okay, but let me answer your question first. I don't think it's about how it happened or where you were or what led up to that moment. It could have happened anywhere. As we said, it could happen as you're walking, it could happen at home, it could happen anywhere, basically. I think it's painful that we can't even be safe in our own schools, in our own homes, in our own country, because we are afraid, or women are afraid as to what is going to happen to them. But Eden will share.
Okay.
As a woman,
Yeah.
I think that even though we live in a scary, scary, horrible world,
Okay. Anyway, yeah, you can continue.
it's
Yeah.
important to stay safe and make sure we're safe to follow certain protocols, even though like we don't want to and we feel it's so unnecessary and we wish things were different and we wish we could walk out without having to signal and make codes and say,
Yeah.
okay, the girl code, you have to go with me to the bathroom, you have to make sure someone spiked my drink, you tell me where to go, who was it, which drink it was. Knowing things like if the ice is floating, then you're safe, but if the ice is sinking, it's spiked. I think that all of these things are awful, but it's important to make sure that we keep ourselves aware. Even though we wish the world was different,
Yeah.
it's not. You're still thinking you're drinking your rum and coke. You're thinking you're taking your shot of Jack Daniels 1, 2, 3 out for the next, 12 hours? Crazy.
Does it have to be my personal experience, or can I like?
Well, yeah. You don't have to share it. Yeah. You don't have to, or you don't have to.
Can
go
I
deep.
make an example
Yeah,
of
an
something that
example,
I've
yeah.
witnessed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where do I begin, man? Okay.
Anyway.
I'll just sum it up. But before I start, I will say that abuse and GBV is often amongst, like I said at the beginning, it's often amongst people who are near us. It's not like we ask to be put in situations where we are exposed to being a victim of gender-based violence or abuse or rape, but it's more of, I thought I could trust you. So this is actually a recent thing that happened. I don't know. Is everyone
Safe
comfortable with me sharing it?
Yeah.
Because it involves, let me just not say anything.
Yeah.
Nothing happened to me because I almost,
No, she wanted to say something that happened to us as a friend group that really disappointed us and angered us to a point
And
where,
shed light to what individuals were spending time with.
yeah,
Okay.
like, so first things, we cut them off, but we cool. You know what I'm saying? And like, hey, what's up, my nigga?
you know our boundaries now.
You know, it's settled, but it's a thing of, we've heard what you have to say in your most vulnerable state of drunkenness. And you remember what people say about a drunk mind is an honest truth.
Yeah.
So if you can say crazy things towards your female friends in a time and age where you can see that women are fighting to not have this type of people around them, I can't trust you.
Yeah.
And you are my homie. We always together. You can tell somebody to be like, hey bro, you know what? When you drink sometimes you be wildin', like you go crazy. But we can't be telling you all the time. At that point, we're trying to raise you, first of all, which is not our job. So now this also now goes towards the mothers, boy moms. Please, raise your sons to be kings, actual kings, and not to expect things from women. Because that's where the problem starts. They expect us to give them something that they do not own. My body does not belong to you. It belongs to me. That's why I have it. If I wanted to share it, we were going to be conjoined. Why not? That's why GBV also is a very broad topic, because someone will be like, you're not murdered, you're still alive. Or, no man hit you. That's not that you didn't die, you didn't get a fractured rib. Like, so it's like, okay, if that's what you're talking about, cool. Now let's talk about the fact that you like me, I like you, let's go out on a date. Great. I'm gonna pick you up somewhere where you're comfortable. Great. We're driving off. Where are we going? Your apartment. I'm vulnerable. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
You said a date. A date is not in your house. A date is somewhere else. And because you as a girl now, you're like, you know what, I like him. He'll probably say, I left something at home. Let's go pick it up. You're like, okay. You might follow him because you guys have been talking. It's great. You get there. It's not great. Now you gotta go home.
So is that something that happened to you?
Yeah. Now you gotta go home. You don't know who to tell. And also because, like, you know, dating is so frowned upon in African households. Now you can't even open your mouth and be like, Mom, this is what happened. Just keep it to yourself.
You know, I actually wanted us to move into that conversation, right? The scariest part about the statistics that I read to you guys is that there are more cases, multiple cases that have not been reported. Meaning that there are some cases that were hidden or are unknown to the public. So, if you have a friend, right, or your sister, or your daughter, or even your mother, your mom, how can you tell that someone is being abused currently? What are some signs that you guys can see that someone is being abused?
Excluding the obvious facts like bruises and
Yeah.
stuff, most of the time it's like silence. When that person is around, they don't feel like they can express themselves, and most of the time that is the tactic that's used on women, silencing them. Like, it's not that deep, you're being dramatic, you're too emotional, you're too sensitive, she cries too much, and now you're like, okay, I need to keep the peace, like, let me be peaceful so that this doesn't happen again. And you can see these people are not comfortable talking about their partners or other people, their friends and stuff. They're usually very isolated from everyone else. But then they'll be like, nah, I'm just, he doesn't really like it when I do this. But I do it out of my own will. But you can see that this person is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But they've started to love this person more than they love themselves. And they've gotten attached to that toxicity, and it's like they think they deserve that. And most of the time they don't start off like that. The guys or the perpetrator doesn't start off like that. They're very nice, they take them on dates, they do all the nice things at first, and then all of a sudden it's like a completely different person. So now you're questioning a lot of things. You're like, which one is the real personality? Do I take the good side? And you cling onto the good and you forgive all the bad things they did and all that stuff. And then by the time you realize, it's like you're far gone, and everyone is telling you, why didn't you leave? And you're confused. You're like, but I love this person. How can I leave them because of some inconveniences? Every time you try to talk to them about the person, they shut down. They don't even want to talk about it. Because the more they speak about it, the clearer it becomes that this is very toxic. This is abusive. You don't deserve this. But they don't want to hear that, because then they would blame themselves, like, why am I staying? So I must be the wrong one for staying in this. So yeah, silence, avoidance, very isolating, and not very comfortable around their partner.
Wow.
And sometimes love bombing as well. They become very close when there's people around, but when you see them outside of that, they just always, they don't look like they're happy. I think so.
Do you all agree with that? Okay, that was very good. Okay, anyone else? Some signs that you can tell, or even from a personal experience from someone you knew?
I think, self-isolation definitely. Overuse of substances like drinking more, smoking more, changing in eating habits. Sometimes you eat less, or sometimes you eat more because of stress, because of anxiety.
Another thing I would say, the person who's being abused, after some time it starts affecting who they are as a person and how they express themselves as well. You'll sometimes wonder, why is my friend always fighting with me? Or why she's just snappy, you walking on eggshells around her. But you don't know that maybe she's being abused and she can't say anything. They get defensive.
Personality change.
Yes, personality change. And sometimes you even become aggressive to people who did nothing to you, because you with this person who you trust, but they are violent towards you. So now you tend to be violent to those who did nothing to you, who are just trying to be there to support you.
I just want to know, as a guy, right? Can you just pass the mic? As a guy, I know women might know better because they are women and they understand women. But as a guy, what are some signs you might see that this girl is being abused currently? It could be your sister, your mom, or a friend.
Yeah, just like they said, it's definitely personality changes. If an individual is bubbly, and all of a sudden they're in self-isolation, as Eden said, then of course something is wrong. So there are signs that you can pick up on, but at the same time, sometimes I feel like you can miss specific keys because there are people out there that can, uphold their image but be going through something. I mean, we see it daily where someone commits suicide and we ask ourselves how, when this person was just right here laughing and everything was okay. So sometimes it's really not that obvious, and which is why it's important to have such conversations with our friends, have safe spaces where people are comfortable enough to open up about the abuse that they've went through or that they are going through.
So another thing I just want to know, I want to ask, right? So 40% reported GBV cases showed the men to be under the influence of alcohol or some other kind of substance, right?
You see, this is what we're talking about. Why do you have to be under the influence of something?
So wait, I know we were speaking about your friend, right? But I just want to ask
My
this,
friend,
or whoever he was.
imaginary dead grave.
Good.
Let's continue.
Good. Cut them off, right? But I just want to know, right? I want you guys to think of the statistics, because remember, statistics let us know broadly what's happening. So 40% of murder cases or gender-based violence has been reported as, the men have been reported as under the influence of alcohol or some kind of substance. Do you guys agree? Do you guys think that's true?
Of course
It
it's
is.
true.
Okay.
Like, what do you mean?
I'm just asking, is it
I
true?
think it is the truth.
Okay.
It's it is the truth. But the problem is, as I said in the beginning, this starts out as a thought. When they're sober, these people are already like this. It's just that alcohol gives them the confidence to want to do what they want to do.
Oh, I see.
They already have that thought in their minds. They already have imagined it. Exactly. So it is real that when a man is drunk, he does perpetrate. But it's not the alcohol that's the problem. It's you that's the problem. The thought is already there if you're sober. Aaron said something. What did you say? A drunk man, what is?
Drunk minds, sober thoughts.
Drunk minds, sober
I'm gonna
thoughts.
use that.
Yeah. So
Drunk minds, sober
it's something that is in their mind already. It's been there. So we can't blame alcohol. It's just who you are. Truly.
A thought is a premeditated action.
Yes.
Okay, I heard what you guys were saying, right? But don't you feel like with every case, for example, if I have a wallet or my phone and I leave my phone on the table, am I not causing someone to...
That's
Okay,
not the same.
No.
it's not the same.
Please,
It's not the same.
Leaves their phone.
Okay, you want me to finish the sentence? Okay. Yeah, so obviously if I leave my phone here, someone maybe has, like, for example, someone who has that mind, like, he doesn't care, he can take a phone, right? And he sees the phone and he takes the phone, right? He steals it. When you drink alcohol, right? The way she's looking at me. But isn't that the same with every crime? Everybody just are looking for an opportunity to do something. And once they get that substance or that opportunity, it will enable them to do a crime.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
So that's why I wanted to ask.
Phone, someone's life. Phone, someone's life.
Yeah.
You can't just say that
You can
it's
give a...
like the same as stealing.
No. Sorry, I take that back. It's not the same.
So if I leave my phone, or let's say I'm drunk at a party, we're all having a good time, and I have a wallet and I leave my wallet there, it's not like I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave my wallet here so that they can come steal my wallet. It's not in my mind. Sometimes there are people who lose their phones all the time at
All
Grove.
the time.
I feel like it's the thief's job, or it's the thief's
Thinking.
yes, thinking.
Your wallet?
Yeah, it's not yours. Why would you take? Yes, yes. Why would you take something that you know does not belong to you? You have no right to it. You are not entitled to it, whether you have it or not. It's not yours.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, yes. Then the thief takes it, and then now when I wake up, where's my phone? And then I'm being blamed for my phone being stolen. Now we go to rape. If I'm with my girls and we out and I'm drunk and I want to go outside and they just want to leave me there, like just for 5 minutes, they're going up to get something, and someone comes, a rapist comes. It's not okay. Are you basically saying that if a rapist walks by, he's basically,
And you're drunk or you're like.
it's your fault
Yeah.
that you blackout drunk, that's why you got raped?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
it
no,
can
no.
be the
Yeah, I don't
same.
think it's your fault. But I was just saying, if there is some kind of substance, right? For example, you guys wouldn't leave your phone, right? I just want you guys to understand what I'm saying. It's deep, right? You wouldn't leave your phone on a table, right? Right? You avoid doing that. So if there is a substance or an act or a behavior that puts us in a position where a crime happens to us, wouldn't you want to avoid that? So the question is, should we ban alcohol? Should we ban alcohol completely? Do you guys think so?
I feel if you get like that.
Wait, Eden, wait for
You
them.
can't.
Okay. No, it's cool. It's
I
cool.
feel that if you get like that when you're drunk, you know you're an aggressive drunk, you fight, you go overboard, you know that you do things and you can't remember what you did and you were
Yeah.
violent but you don't know exactly what you did.
Mm.
You should just get clean. Leave alcohol once. Smoke Zol, do something like leave alcohol, go to AA, go to a therapist, see someone and seek help. Because you can't always want to blame your actions on being intoxicated, creating
Yeah.
victims, ruining people's lives, and saying, "Oh, I was drunk."
Why should the people who know how to control themselves when under the influence
Be victims.
be
to
victim?
those
Now we must stop drinking
Stop
alcohol
drinking,
just
yeah.
because
People
this
can't
brother
control
don't.
themselves.
Yeah, just like if I can control myself, I have every right to be drinking alcohol because I know how to handle it.
Mm.
So a rapist or an abuser can't blame it on the alcohol. Nor should the alcohol be blamed because, like, because he said, that is who you are.
Mm. Okay.
And why should we now suffer as a country, guys? Let's be honest. Alcohol is nice, guys. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
must we ban it? Because people don't know how
Why?
to
Just
act.
because there are people who don't know how to control their alcohol, now we must.
Do we blame?
Why must we change what we do to accommodate them? Why don't they change or be removed? You know
We
what I
don't
mean?
ban cars from roads because we get accidents.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was also gonna mention that the reason like people who do these things are arrested is because they're the wrong ones. When someone steals something from a house that was left open, the person who left the house open doesn't get like 5 months for being irresponsible.
Yeah.
Because they know, no, that's not your fault. You know, things happen. We make mistakes. Doesn't mean that if someone makes a mistake, someone must take advantage of that mistake. And sometimes, like, we need to live in an environment that feels safe and
Yeah.
secure and everything. It doesn't mean that you need. I think we also don't put enough focus on the perpetrators and more on. That's why we have so many ads, so many prevention methods to learn or do this, do that, do this. But there's not enough shame on the perpetrators or even education to tell, because the people who do it, they don't look like monsters who they look like us. They're just
Yeah.
walking around us, they're going through their own things and everything, and they start having this idea that maybe this is fine. I mean, my boy did it and he was released like in 3 days. And my boy talks about it all the time. Let me say online, you know, red pill content, they're reading these things. The richest men and stuff are doing these things. And it's like, oh, this must be okay. Like,
Yeah.
that's what being a man is, when it's not. That's not what being a man
That's
is.
true.
Yeah.
So I've heard all of you. Unless someone wants something, do you want to share something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to add on what she said, the victims mostly get accused because maybe they're just in a certain way. That's why they're attracting eyes from men.
Yeah.
Maybe because she's wearing a short dress or whatever, she's calling for attention. Hence why she got assaulted or something
Yeah.
like that. So yeah. Okay.
I don't think they can really blame women for what they wear because there are girls who get raped in sweaters and
Yeah,
hoodies.
that's true.
Yeah.
Not even.
In
Sometimes babies are
hijabs.
raped and they're
Baby,
nappies.
yeah,
So what's your
like-
excuse for that then?
Yeah. And not my excuse.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah.
It's getting so worse. There was a time when I saw that they had to lock graves, women graves, because people are
Really?
raping dead bodies.
That's crazy.
That's why I feel like
Even the animals.
You know what?
What?
I just want to ask: do you guys feel like porn? Has
Yes.
something to do
Before
with
you
that?
even finish that question, my brother, yes.